My name's Rose, and I am a software engineer and cohort lead. I joined North Coders 3 years ago this month. I graduated, so I did Bootcamp in 2019. I graduated right at the start of 2020 and was offered a job at an app agency called Padme, which was lovely. However, it did coincide with the first week of lockdown, so didn't really get to meet anybody, but did get to work on some very big, exciting projects, which very much took what I'd learned at North Coders as a good foundation, but really amped it up a few levels. So I was working on all sorts of stuff, kind of front end and back end. It was very, very informative, and it was nice to work with the team. I did that for about a year and a half, and then noticed that there was a job going at North Coders. I'd always really liked the company, and I really liked talking to people. So I applied, and here I am. I used to work as a salesperson at a graphic design agency, which doesn't sound related in any way, but I used to see all of these people around me, like, creating interesting, cool, like almost tangible stuff. And within sales, it was fine. Like, it was a nice job, but it wasn't what I wanted to be doing. I liked the idea of producing something. I'm not really visually creative, so graphic design was out, but then I started looking at code. I just found it really interesting, and I've always been quite a puzzly person, and it does feel quite puzzly once you get into it. So yeah, it kind of snowballed from there. I like seeing people realize what they can do, because I think, in fact, I know it seems terrifying when you first see like all of the little characters on the screen, or like the Matrix or Minority Report or whatever, and you're like, I don't understand how I can possibly get there. Then within 13 weeks, we take it so incrementally from like doing this tiny, tiny thing to all of a sudden you've created like a whole app and you're ready for the workplace. We know that everyone can do it, but you do see people along the way be like, oh yeah, okay, maybe I am a dev. More often than not, they are. Especially because so many people come to us from different backgrounds. So I think it's important to see that there are other people around who have come from a similar background and done fine, well even. I certainly think whenever I go to meetups or anything like that, or just see stuff online, or even just the other people that I work with in my team, when I see someone and I'm like, your life isn't dissimilar to my life and you're doing well, that makes all of the things that I want to achieve seem so much more achievable because it's right there in your face. Tell yourself now that there are going to be points where you're bad at it, and that's fine. And that doesn't mean you have to end the mission. Because my natural inclination, probably even while I was doing North Coders, was if it's not going right, there's something fundamentally wrong with me, I can't do this, whatever. And then like a tutor would come in and be like, you're missing a bracket. And then in my brain I'd be like, oh no, maybe I am a functional human being again. So just getting used to the fact that you're not always going to feel like the strongest genius in the room, and that's necessary for you to eventually get good.